What's up, all my horror fanatics out there? Welcome back to Late Night Frights. I'm the Late Night Frights horror leader, the Jay Sloan or Jordan, back here to do another video for you. And first of all, guys, I want to thank everyone for tuning in this evening. Last week we did a theme, so obviously this week we are doing horror battles, and the two films I chose to battle for you are Night of the Comets versus Night of the Creeps. And let me apologize in advance, guys, if I get tongue-tied. I'm not feeling too good at all today. I've done a few takes before this one. Things are just not rolling my way tonight. I'm not in a bad mood or anything. I'm just getting tongue-tied. I'm very tired. It's pretty late. So yeah, I just want to apologize in advance. So I'm going to review both films very briefly, and then I will battle them to the death. So let's start off with Night of the Comet. Night of the Comet was made in 1984. It was directed by Tom Eberhardt. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. It stars Catherine Mary Stewart and Kelly Maroney, and it's basically about this comet that is coming to Earth. And a comet hasn't came to Earth in like 60 million years, and everybody's excited, they're celebrating it, they want to see it. And we follow a lead in this named Regina, who is working at a theater at the time of the comet. She stays at the theater overnight, her and another guy waiting on some film to get there in the morning. And also her sister Sam, who's played by Kelly Maroney, misses the comet. Both of them miss the comet. They're not in the same area, but they both miss the comet. When they wake up in the morning, the Earth is empty. Nobody is on the Earth, or so they think. So basically like an end of the world type thing. And really good flick, really good acting, very cheesy, which I think is one of its advantages. If it would have taken itself too seriously, it wouldn't have worked. And it's really cool. The comet basically turned people to dust, and the people it didn't kill, it didn't turn to dust. It has made them crazy, if you will. I mean, they are going to eventually turn to dust, but they're doing it a lot slower than others, and they're basically like zombified. They want to try to kill other people for unknown reasons, and that's the basic plot around this one. We also meet some interesting characters along the way. A guy named Hector. There's also a research facility underground. And, yeah, just a really good film overall. I highly enjoyed it. I watched it. The movie was about an hour and 35 minutes long. My eyes were glued to the TV the entire time. It was not boring. It was action-packed. Like I said, there were some cheesy moments in it. The acting was a bit cheesy at times, especially there's a mall scene, which I won't spoil. If you guys have seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. But overall, to round it out, it was a good flick, and I would definitely watch it again, and I would recommend it. So that's Night of the Comet. So moving on to Night of the Creeps. So this one was made in 1986. It was directed by Fred Decker, starring Jason Lively, something like that, Steve Marshall, Jill Withlow, and the most noticeable name in here, Tom Atkins. And it's basically about these aliens on this ship who have a failed experiment, and they sent it down to Earth like a bunch of douchebags. And it's like a bunch of parasites that can get in your mouth and infect your brain and turn you into a mindless zombie. And when it goes down, it's 1959, and it infects this teenage guy, and they freeze him until the 80s. For whatever reason, there's this, there's this research facility that freezes this guy. I guess they knew about the alien. I guess they knew about the parasite. And in present time, in the 80s, these two dorks, two kind of like guys who are just, the odd men out, basically. They're a bunch of dorks. They want to pledge. Actually, one of them wants to pledge a fraternity for a girl that he really likes. And their price for entry, basically, is to get a dead body and bring it and send it to another frat or something like that. And they go to get the dead body. It turns out they get the wrong one. They get the guy who was frozen from 1959, who had the parasite in his mouth. They let him loose, and shit goes wild. The parasites get loose, and they start infecting people from people all over town, all these college kids. And yeah, without saying too much, without spoiling too much, that's basically all I can say. Tom Atkins plays a cop in this one, and he is easily the best part about the film. I think he was great in this. His lines were awesome. "Thrill Me" was used like 80 times, and the ending to this movie was so great. I mean, the first part of the movie was good, middle part was good, a little bit slow at times, and the ending was just awesome. I mean, I really enjoyed the ending. the best part about the movie other than Tom Atkins. So yeah, guys, I really enjoyed this one, and I think you should check this one out if you haven't. So that's Night of the Creeps. So let's battle these two to the death. So let's start off with round one, and round one is body count. Which one do I think had a higher body count? It's really hard to tell unless you add up the body count, unless you add up the kills in each film, but I would have to say Night of the Creeps had a higher body count, especially towards the end. A lot of people got killed. You know, a lot of things, a lot of zombies and stuff. And yeah, it was just, I think it had a higher body count overall. This one had a decent sized body count as well, but I don't think it had as much as Night of the Creeps. So let's move on to round two, story and originality. So since this one was made first, I'm going to give the round to this one. I think it was more original. It didn't make them like full-fledged zombies. You know, they didn't just move and eat. They could talk, and it was cool. I know a lot of people have issues with that. With this one, I think it worked. And, you know, the whole dust thing and the research facility and the thing about the Comet doing this and not a parasite or an infection, I thought was really cool. So, yeah, Night of the Creeps. I'm so sorry, guys, Night of the Comet. I cannot even think straight tonight. I do apologize, like I said. Moving on to round three. So that's 1-1 now. So moving on to round three, blood, guts, gore, and effects. I would have to say Night of the Creeps had better effects overall. This one didn't do much, you know, other than making up a few zombified people, and that was basically it. This one, I think, had better effects, was Night of the Creeps. So, moving on to round four, personal enjoyment and replayability. Which one did I like more? Let's see. I guess I'm going to say I like Night of the Creeps better. I think, like I said, Tom Atkins made this movie. The other actors did a really good job as well. The plot was solid. The acting was solid. The direction was solid. So I think Night of the Creeps wins this battle. If you disagree with me, please comment in the box below and tell me, but do it in a mature and respectful manner. Respect my opinion. I will respect yours. So yeah, guys, Night of the Creeps has beaten Night of the Comet. So, I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and like I said, I apologize for all the tongue ties that I had and all the screw-ups I had in this video. I've shot, like I said, I had shot a couple videos before this. I'm really tired. I've had a long day, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. So, thank you for watching. I'm the Jay Sloan. You just watched Late Night Frights. Stay tuned tomorrow. All Random Things will be reviewing, or I'm sorry, we'll be battling two films of his choice. And, I will leave a link in the description below to our Facebook and website. We would really appreciate it if you would check that out. I'm the Jay Sloan. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and as always, guys, keep it horror. Peace.